reaching the space between reality and possibility, where matter meets will and bends in a prism of light. A reality where none but the Vex have ever been. But what you see here is made manifest by your mind, turning Vex consciousness to something tangible. This is no mere simulation. Death in this domain is as real for the Vex as it is for you. What? No. Guardian, the Vex have sensed your presence in the network and are attempting a purge. You must hurry into the domain. A labyrinth of Vex consciousness made manifest. This must be where the Vex designed their architecture before bringing it to reality. We must find a way through this labyrinth to the oppressive mind within. That structure ahead is a knot of Vex consciousness. If destroyed, it may reveal a path forward. In order to circumvent the remaining defenses, you must deceive the Vex domain consciousness into thinking you are one of them. You should be able to splice an essence of their consciousness from a destroyed Vex. The oppressive mind emerges. Sever it from this domain. The oppressive mind has shielded itself from intrusion. Try splicing a Vex consciousness into their network to break its defenses. The impossible made possible. You truly are a thing of legends, Guardian. The oppressive mind that commanded this domain is no more. And now this region of the Vex network must collapse. The fabric of reality is beginning to return to its prior state.
At last, real progress.
This is how we save our people. By tearing apart the veil of night that the Vex have laid over the city.
Well done, Mithrax. Thank you.
An elite-sneed splicer would not have been able to endure this confrontation. And a light-bearer without a splicer gauntlet would never have been able to enter this domain at all. The Guardian is a union being, a conduit between two houses. They are proof of what can be accomplished when separate components become a single machine. As Zavala Kell says, stronger together. Do you feel that? The more you explore the Vex domain, the more I feel an all-seeing eye upon us. Ever watchful, ever seeking. We trespass in dimensions not meant for either of us. The Vex have enacted a purge sweep of the domain. We should stay ahead of it. A layer of barriers defends this realm, a mighty fortress that resists brute force. Cunning is the key here, Guardian. If you overload that thought conduit with an attack, you may be able to capture the Vex data. That fragment of Vex data can be used to splice a bypass in their security, granting us access to the oppressive mind at this domain's core. I have helped as much as I can. You tread uncharted paths. Solving this enigma is up to you and the skills you have been given. The barrier has destabilized. You will need to continue to chip away at the defenses to destroy it entirely. The oppressive mind rises to face us. Show it the power of a splicer. With your light, you are unweaving a reality the Vex have forced upon us. The tapestry of their design continues to fray. But this is far from over.
Lakshmi is certain that our continued efforts, combined with future war cult's technology, can locate the source of the Endless Night.
I am aware of the device Lakshmi uses. Does it not worry you?
In what way?
It is taxing on its user. To have one's consciousness fractured into countless splinters and rejoined again can be harrowing.
Lakshmi is up to the task.
This sort of technology is taboo among the Elixni. But perhaps House Light can still offer some assistance. My engineers could improve on the design, make it easier for Lakshmi.
No. The Black Armory has already provided necessary enhancements for us. Lakshmi will manage, I'm confident. Besides, the less interaction Lakshmi has with your people at the moment, the better.
Yes, perhaps you are right. Each trespass into this domain is easier for you than the last. I feel you moving through the Vex network as they do, as they are. You are no longer an invader. You are a part of the system. I hope that as you change this place, it is not also changing you. Another purge sweeps through the network. Be cautious. The guts of this dimension churn, digesting all within. This entire place seeks your end. You will need to find a defense against the forces of eradication and entropy at work here. We have woken the oppressive mind. Destroy it.
We succeed for a third time, and yet nothing has changed with the Endless Night. Why is that, Mithrax?
Each time the Guardian destroys a Vex mind in control of a domain, the remaining Vex carry the leftover burden.
And how many of these minds do you think are left to share that burden?
That is unclear.
Then we should focus our efforts on finding the central Vex mind guiding them. Osiris, how is that coming along?
Slowly. Lakshmi and Mithrax's splicers are diligently working with data the Guardian has recovered. But the Vex mind at the source of the Endless Night remains elusive.
We need to move quickly. The simulation is draining the city's energy. I won't stand by and watch our lightless civilians continue to suffer.
Ikora, I don't intend to let that happen.
We will work harder. We will find a way. The light provides.
Proceed through the temporal breachway and infiltrate the Vex's subnetwork. Focus on the task at hand. Do not be distracted by your senses. Decompiling analysis field. Interesting. Stay ahead of it. We've detected Taken inside the domain. This isn't my first encounter with their infiltration of Vex networks. I've opted to take over for Mithrax, given my experience. Your goal here remains the same, Guardian. Breach the Vex Labyrinth and gain access to the Oppressive Mind's central node. To think the Vex are able to divide themselves between the material world and this place to engineer their plans. This is not unlike the Ascendant Plane, which raises many questions. Once more, the Vex fall into our trap. Destroy them all. Bring this domain crumbling down.
Can you feel that? The threads of night unraveling as if a veil is being lifted. The network is laid bare, its threads converging on... What is this?
Mithrax, what's wrong? What do you see?
An infestation. I have found the Vex at the source of the Endless Night. Quria, the dreaming mind. Its code has been corrupted by taken magic.
Sabathun. We've been played.
Quria has been commanding the other Vex, poisoning their minds, directing them at Sabathun's will. The endless night is of Sabathun's design.
It would seem the Witch Queen has outmaneuvered us. But perhaps she did not count on us seeing her hand so soon.
Then we strike now! Mithrax and I will lead forth. We bring the fight to Coria and crush it!
We cannot rush into this. We must find a safe route through the Vex domain where Quiria's hiding.
Any time we give is time for Sabathun to scheme. No scheming, we shoot!
I know, Saint, but we have to be careful. Mithrax, will you report your findings to the Guardian back at the helm?
If that is your wish.
We will fight, and soon. But it will be on our terms, not hers.
This infinite realm beyond material space is but one of many. The universe holds so many dark and fascinating secrets. If only our eyes were open enough to see them. It appears the Vex would prefer you not to learn anything further at all. You'd better get moving. The oppressive mind has ensconced itself behind a series of data barriers. Remove the barriers and destroy it. I do wonder if the Vex security here is so lacking. Because they never imagined you could reach this place. Because they can't simulate... Fascinating. Another oppressive mind. Show it the fate of its predecessors.
With this victory, the threads of night are further unraveled, and the weaver of this dark tapestry can no longer elude us. I have found a route to Quiria's hiding place. It is concealed behind numerous layers of defenses compiled by the Vex.
But now we have a target.
Something we can hit!
I would caution you against underestimating Quria.
Agreed. We must strike carefully. Mitigate Quiria's ability to rally defenses. Then, punch through the network like a white-hot sword of praxic fire.
We can do this.
Together.
Together.
When you first stole into this realm, I did not believe you could achieve what you have. Invading a domain of Vex consciousness like this. Yet, here you are. Embodiment of the impossible. Somehow, in spite of everything you've accomplished, I managed to underestimate you. I won't make that mistake again. It seems the Vex are content to keep throwing the same defenses at you. Get into the domain, Guardian. This is a Vex disintegration domain. Eradicating unneeded simulation data and abandoned terraforming projects. Beware those barriers. They will destroy all matter they touch. Venture deeper, Guardian. The Vex are on alert, but their defenses have not fully come online. Once more, the Vex fall into our snare. The domain's master is yours. Destroy it.
The end is here. The path to Quria opens. A night end is in sight. Destroy Quria, and the Witch Queen will be forced into retreat. The Vex lose guidance. This network becomes unmanaged. Ikora has taught how Guardians cornered the Undying Mind not long ago. With her wisdom and Elixni splicers, we have plan devised. Drag Quria from hiding. May its last thought be of fear. Of you.
This is it, Guardian. Payback for the Dreaming City. For our city. For everyone.
Coria has shielded itself in multiple layers of the domain. It hides a festering rot deep within the core of this network. Savathun's eye is upon us now. I can feel her. It is as if this moment was unavoidable. Fated. But you have shown me there is only the destiny we make for ourselves. Nothing more. Go, Guardian. Walk in the light.
Coria has retreated within layers of security, mirroring domains you have previously collapsed.
The challenges you face here are the very ones you faced as you honed your splicer powers. You are ready for this. Our hopes rest on you. Warrior rages against your presence. I can feel the sickening rot of the Taken's power shuddering through this domain. The Vex, too, struggle against the yoke of oppression laid on them by Coria.
Our enemy hides behind others and uses them as pawns. Does their cowardice know no end? Not much longer now, Guardian. We are all here. We believe in you.
Coria is close. The Taken corruption in this Vex domain is deep. I can feel its infection through their systems. Fingers of darkness grasping, searching. Be careful, Guardian.
Coria, blade transform. The dreaming mind.
Good. This is it. Fight with everything you have.
Lights guide you.
Unbelievable. Coria is gone.
A great evil vanquished. A deed of legends.
I knew it! I knew we could do this! Congratulations, Guardian! This victory, it is monumental!
Let's not uncork every bottle of champagne in the city just yet.
Osiris is right. This is a monumental victory for humanity and Elixir. But it's a battle, not the war.
Even so, victories should be cherished.
Yes, Mithrax is correct. We will have a party, a celebration. A small one, respectable, very classy. I will wear a suit.